Does anybody else think it's really kind of strange that, like, during the pandemic, all the essential workers had to keep going to work because we were considered essential to the functioning of society? These are the people who, for society to function, have to keep going to work. And yet, none of those people are people who make over $100,000 a year. Anybody else think that's really fucking weird? That all the people who are absolutely necessary for the survival of the entire country, in order for anything to keep going, none of the people who are 100% absolutely necessary for the functioning of our day-to-day lives, none of them make 150 grand. All of the essential workers, all of the most important people for the functioning of our society, are all the lowest paid people in the fucking country.
All right, Shalom. I'm going to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahawah, Ba'ashem Yahushua, Ba'ashem Rakah, Quadash, double honors to apostles of the GMS, and sincere Shalom to the brothers out here pushing this truth and sincerity. And as you know it, and as people have experienced it back then, during the whole pandemic of 2020 on up, a lot of jobs cut loose a lot of people, and they kept the quote unquote essential workers, as he has mentioned. And the essential workers don't make a lot of money. That's where even today, or I should say, even back before the pandemic really kicked in, you started seeing Ishikar coming in and getting working and making benefits because cheap labor made them more essential. They ain't going to ask for a pay raise or any of this other stuff. So why pay for higher quality when I could pay for a cheaper quality, or not even quality, but why pay someone a high amount for quality when I could get someone that could do it for cheaper for the same amount of quality? That's how the business and the society works. They ain't worried about actually taking care of their people, because it's about who benefits off of who. They're gonna cut off a lot of people for things like this, and it's only gonna get worse, especially from here on out. Because I did a video on the social services thing. They're saying that America's flat broke. So of course they're going to try to take cheaper routes and all this other stuff. That's so the essential workers is just you're just still slaves. We're all still slaves no matter how much we get paid. But the cheapest of the cheap are more slaves than anything, right? And this is how they want to keep us in a dumb mindset. Want to keep us hooked on drugs so we'll work for any goddamn price, right? And this even goes back to even Lazarus when it said when the dogs lick the wounds, which basically means Esau and the other nations, pretty much feed off of our pain, sweat, and tears, making us work for cheap. Because the actual work we do should be much higher, but we're not getting paid according to how we are supposed to live. That's why Esau would keep us in a rut, making us wonder how we're going to pay this, how we're going to pay that, or even had to take a second job just to be able to keep up with your everyday lifestyle, right? So I got this. This is the U.S. debt clock, and it's constantly running. You see that? The total right here for the U.S. debt. It's constantly running. So they're running out of money as it is. They're just spending a whole lot more, and the whole goal is for this to pretty much be stopped altogether, because they're trying to do away with this place and make a new America anyways. But guess what? So these other countries, at least China's trying to make another America. Russia just wants to do away with this place. All these other countries are trying to back out of the dollar. So we're seeing the decline of this place more and more. And with the decline of this place comes the decline of its people, right? Because if America ain't getting paid, nobody's getting paid. That's just how it works. Because they have what they call a chain of command, right? So this is Haggai 1:6. It says, "Ye have sown much, and bring in little. You eat, but you have not enough to drink. It's like, but you have not enough. You drink, but you are not filled with drink. You clothe you, but there is none warm. And he that earneth wages to put into a bag with holes, which means, especially in this society, you're meant to struggle. Of course, you do got some brothers that do well off, but for the most part, we're not meant to live up in this society. We're not meant to make it in this society. The Lord gives the portion to who He needs. This, especially now, you have the opportunity to actually do better, which is what I'm also trying to do for myself and some of the other Akim in this camp as well. But we know that with this responsibility to know that we can do these things, not to let it get to our heads, and keep that understanding that the Lord is the one who gives you this increase. I'm talking about whether it's in the world or in this truth. But to keep that mindset that the Lord always comes first, because this place is going to go down regardless. And with these living arrangements, we understand that anything can happen, right? We understand that we're still meant to stay low. We understand that I'm not gonna put that out, that mindset out there, but you can have people hacking into your stuff or anything. So the key thing is faith. These people don't have no faith. That's why they'll constantly complain, and we complain too, to some degree, but not like that. You have people that constantly complain about having to work harder, work more, and all this other stuff, which means your comfortability is no longer a thing. You are no longer comfortable in this society, which makes people angry, and this leads to people rioting or breaking into more stores, which has been a bigger thing for the past couple years now. For the past couple years, I've been seeing more riots, more people breaking into stores. Not just, I'm not talking about stores that Jake set up. I'm talking about Edomite stores too, because people are getting desperate. People need that money, and it's not only just niggas breaking into stores. You got Edomites breaking into stores now, because guess what? They're becoming destitute as well. Their own kingdom is falling right before their eyes. That's why you had movies, or even back then, back when I was a child, I saw certain things on the news where Edomites would jump off a building because they went broke. They used to have these businesses and all this other stuff, which goes to show you this place is not our rest. So this will be my last scripture right here. This is supposed to be a short video, just because I saw this clip. This is Deuteronomy. Actually, no, I think I got one more. Yeah, this is Deuteronomy 4:27. It says, "And the Lord shall scatter you among the nations, and ye shall be left few in number among the heathen, whether the Lord shall lead you." Right? So, even among, no matter where we are, we're still technically going to be poor regardless of no matter where we go. Why? Poor the truth as well, primarily. But because we'll never actually be like these people up top until the Lord comes back and get us and put us in our rulership. So even if you're doing well off in some of these places, you're still not doing great. That's the thing. That's why we say you're doing well off, but you're not doing great. Because that money is not even yours. The money that we get, or so-called earn, is just borrowed money. Paper fiat money. I'm not just talking about the American dollar. I'm talking about all these dollars or coins that these nations have, because it's not our money, right? So we're living a representation all throughout this world of us being just working with earning money that just being put in bags full with holes, right? So the whole goal is not to bank on no matter where you at, no man's money. We let the Lord establish that, and when He's ready to put us back into power, then we get our money, we get our gold and all this other stuff that the Lord promised us. Right? This is Psalms 44:5. It says, "Through thee we will push down our enemies." It says, "Through thy name we will tread them under that rise up against us." So through the Lord's name, through the Lord's name we can do all these things. Through the Lord's name that He brings down these kingdoms and put us back in rulership. Through YAHAWAHSHI'S. So it's just the fact that I saw this video and I was like, this proves that we're just doing nothing but slaves in this society. When the essential workers become cheap laborers, that tells you something wrong with the society. Right? So that's all I wanted to go into that. So, little one, this is edifying with that. Shalom.